Well, what's going on, y'all? Welcome to another Monday night of Pauper Talk. I'm joined with my best friend, Chris, from One More Game. How you doing, bud?
Doing good, Golden and Grand. You know how she rolls.
Yes, sir. Uh, Chris and I actually were talking this weekend, because he came over the house for the wife's birthday, and it was an awesome drive-in theme. Um, the rain didn't help, so we didn't have it outside, but we had it in the garage, and we had a good
It's,
time.
yeah, it's still good though because you have the garage, so it's not that bad.
Yeah, yeah. I got the bright idea of trying to bring that portable fire that I have for camping in the garage, and it
Uh-huh.
smoked it out. And I was like, yeah, that's not the best idea. So, but
Nice.
it was warm enough. So, well, we're going to talk some popper. We're going to talk about Vegas. We'll do a Vegas recap in a little bit as well. Figure out how Chris's time was in Vegas. I know it's not Pauper related, but this guy won freaking Commander Sealed. I
Like
don't
a
know.
small little mini event, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if many people know you won the mini event.
Well, it
Gunner,
wasn't like an actual event. Gunner just randomly goes, "Hey, you want to join Steel Pod?" I'm like, "Sure."
yeah, Gunner does him almost every con. He asks his friends and if they want to do them. We were gonna do one at mini, but I think we just didn't. What do we not have the time because you had your signing?
I think that's what it was. Yeah.
But yeah, I've always wanted to do one, and the only thing that sucks is every time he does Commander Sealed, it's always the weekend of the 16th of September, which is my wife's birthday. So I can't be like, hey, I'm leaving you to go play cards.
Yeah, I really want to go to the one in Rochester this coming next year because
Yes,
like that's the first time I actually did that thing and it was like crazy fun.
right. I'm just excited for. I know everybody's excited for Doctor Who.
I
Um,
don't give a damn.
I could care less.
Yep.
The only real one that I can really care about is the Jurassic Park stuff that's going to come out.
Yep. That's all I want to do.
That's what I'm looking forward to. I really don't even I haven't even seen any of the Doctor Who cards.
They just
Uh,
started doing the spoils this afternoon. They're gonna do a preview tomorrow at 9 Pacific time.
yeah, and I don't even know if are there any mentionable uncommons for commanders that are coming out?
No, they're not gonna talk about that stuff till like way after. It's only gonna be like the rares and a couple of trick. They have like spells. They don't have any creatures that I've seen
Yeah.
to be used and whatnot.
I thought the sick thing that's coming out is farewell.
I
They,
hate that card.
I know you hate that card, but I thought it was sick that they're actually finally reprinting it.
More the merrier kind of style.
Right. But I mean, it is a anywhere between $9 to $11 card right now.
Yeah, true.
So
It's one of those few cards I can't play. I just can't stand it.
yeah, yeah. It's the same thing when I play my poison, and you're like, okay, enough, or
Yeah.
toxic. But yeah, I'm getting pretty excited about the new set that's coming. I'm excited to see that we actually might get a commander for Merfolk, an actual decent commander too.
Yeah, there'll be something because they're gonna trickle back to it with the Merfolk, the vampires, dinosaurs. There'll be a lot more fun stuff
Right.
for what's to come. So
It's
I'm pretty stoked for it. That's the biggest excitement. Going back to Ixalan's gonna be like so much fun.
I love Ixalan. One of my first YouTube videos is me cracking an original booster set that my brother bought me and forgot it in his closet for like, when did Ixalan first come out?
18.
Yeah. So, yeah, 2018 booster, whole
Yeah.
booster box I cracked for one of my first YouTube videos, and I didn't even know how to say Ixalan, which is if y'all know me, I basically can't pronounce any magic card correctly.
You do your best though.
Hey, I try. You know,
That's all that matters.
I will say with the wild Evil Drain, I really like the land sets. Um,
The ones that are like creature lands.
no, just the basic lands. Like the
Oh, the artwork
artwork
on
on
them.
them were so dope. Like I was so jealous that all you guys were in Vegas, and like I love my buddy's wedding that I went to, but I think I would have had a lot more fun with you, JM,
Plus,
Cody.
the artwork is like every set now has like full art land, so they really have to like really make them look a lot nicer every single time. You know, that's how I see it when it comes to the lands.
Right, right. Like some of the full arts for this set were crazy.
Yeah, I think the art is like one of the biggest things that they like because there's so many different versions of each card nowadays. Like
Yeah,
they have to make sure the art is like that kind of level of badass, so you're not just like getting random things and like wasting your time. You know.
right. So what new commanders did you drum up from this set?
From the current Wild Devil Drain set,
Yeah.
I built Greta because it's food, and the other one that I put a lot of work into is Twisted Sewer Witch. The Twisted Sewer Witch is 3 black. When it enters battlefield, make a 1/1 rat token and attach a wicked roll to each rat you control. And what that does is the wicked roll itself is target creature gets +1/+1, and when this enchantment enters goes to the graveyard, each opponent loses 1 life. So the purpose of the deck is I want to basically span the board with some relentless rats. I tried doing rat colony. Rat colony is kind of so. I might go back to just some generic rats overall, just to keep a low mana value on the sense of itself. But what you want to do is just get like 4 or 5 rats, and then there's a bunch of synergies with like Gary effects and recursions. And basically, what I want to do is get as many rats in the field, make them basically large enough to be a wall to like be somewhat of a distraction. Play the commander, put a bunch of wicked rolls on everything, and then drain the table for like 10 to 15 damage. I've done max, I think, one time. Like I drained the whole table for 16 to 18 damage.
Jesus.
But like,
Oh my god.
it's still like not crazy. It's not competitive to the level of like bring it to a tournament. Also,
Right.
like it's got relentless rats, and I don't want to spend like $5 per rat,
Per rat,
like
yeah.
$3, whatever it is.
Yeah.
So like that's probably why I wouldn't build the thing.
Right.
But overall, I really do enjoy the deck itself. I think it has a lot of potential long term. Because every now and then the rats get a little bit more synergies over and over and over again.
Right.
With each set that comes out, like usually like 1 or 2 here and there.
Yeah,
But I think
they
the
keep showing a lot of love to him lately
Yeah.
in the last couple of sets. Spectacles in the blue. What is up, buddy?
What's up there?
Of course I'm gonna read it out loud. You're stopping in to hang out with us. Of course I'm gonna shout you out, bud. I missed you in Vegas. Well, I'll catch you at the next one.
Next Vegas or next event?
Everything. Next event, next Vegas.
Because the next event's going to be the one that I'm going to be going to is in Chicago. That's February. I'm hopefully going to be doing volunteer work with Magic Kids.
Nice.
Because I spoke to Jay and to Krabs, try to figure out something that can be a volunteer for them.
Right.
So I can spend the whole. Because basically what I want to do is I want to build Oathbreaker decks that are 100% pauper Oathbreaker decks.
Yep.
And be like, hey, look, you could do pauper in this too, and then just try to like build that.
Right. I'm more than I'll take the ride out to Chicago with you, bud. You know that.
Yeah,
and I
it's
love
like 60 hours. It's like nothing.
yeah, and I love Jay and the Magic Kids.
Yeah.
And I'll even wear my shirt
Yeah. See?
that everybody thinks I work
I'll
for
wear
them when I wear my shirt.
Yeah, which is too funny.
You work for Magic Kids? No, I'm just really good friends with them.
I just know the people.
Right? I just know people. Yeah, I can't wait. Can't wait for more cons to happen. The craziest thing was when you guys were there, I was just looking at I obviously went on eBay to see what the playmat looked like because you were so busy you didn't even send me pictures of really anything or
I did stop moving.
Oh yeah, I know. And I texted you. I said, "Hey, send me a picture of the playmat. I wanted to see what it looked like." And it was like the next day, and I'm like, he must be super busy. So I took it in liberty to search and see what it looked like, and it was already on eBay for $120. Yeah, I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, and then the promo Tardy that they were giving away for the Doctor Who.
Yeah.
That's going for like $80 right now.
Yeah.
All you gotta do is just take
Take
a
a
selfie.
take a selfie with it,
Yep.
which was crazy. But yeah, I saw God, there was some very very good cosplay
Yeah.
this Las Vegas event. I was shocked
I
on
know they
some of the
caught the
pictures.
last a few bits of it, but they did very very well. I was pretty happy with how the turnout, and I'm pretty stoked that Mishimigo won the whole thing.
Yeah, I mean, when we were in Mini, that even her costume in Mini was crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, she was the winner of the Champion of Champions.
She should have been. I mean, you can
Oh,
tell.
that's what she won. She won this time.
Yeah, I mean, she does phenomenal work.
Yeah, exactly. So, like I said, she's put in significant work. The people that overall that were there too, it was pretty crazy what they did this time around. Like even Dark
Right.
Pack, he put in some pretty solid stuff too.
Yeah, yeah, we got So I put out my October schedule and it's getting pretty full. I'm psyched to be back on it. You know what I mean? Took a month or two off, getting the family situated and sitting right. But now I'm back on the grind. I don't think I'm gonna take a break for the foreseeable future unless something drastic happens. And I know you've been crazy with the new house too.
Like I said, I put in the sink last night because the certain individuals did not build the kitchen for me.
Mm-hmm.
So I put in the kitchen sink, and that was fun to be able to put in a sink because I'd never done that. And like I said, nothing's more nerve wracking than literally getting a countertop and having to cut out a hole for a sink. Because if you mess that up, you would to buy a whole new countertop.
Correct. And what did I say to you last Saturday night when you were over?
Just keep trying. Just cut it like measure
just,
like 1,000 times.
Yep, measure 1,000 times and cut once.
Yep.
And I even told you if you really needed the help, just call me and I'll shoot down there and do it for you.
It's pretty good. I'm pretty stoked with it.
Yeah. Chris's biggest thing is he doesn't like asking people for help.
Well, I like to learn how to do it myself.
Yeah. So there's times where I get photos and he's like, "It's done," and I'm like, why didn't you tell me you were doing that? I would have came and helped you." He's like, "It's fine, I got it."
Yeah, I usually do.
Yep. Usually do. But yeah.
So there's always those.
Right. Yeah, I can't wait for another pre-release, man. I'm itching. I'm just itching to play. I haven't played in a couple of weeks now. I was gonna try to squeak a game in Saturday night when you were here, but there was women around and babies, so
yeah.
I knew we would get yelled at if we snuck up to the office and played.
Good chances of that.
Yeah. Yep.
Let's see. I have October schedule.
Because I'm coming.
You're on the 4th for me.
Yeah. Wednesday, right?
Yep. I still need to find 2 more. I need to find 1 more for the 7:30 one.
Yep.
And then 2 for the pauper one at 10. Checking let's do the chat thing for that.
Yeah. The early games are perfect for me now because of the new job. Because anything past like 10 o'clock, I know I'm going to be up till like midnight, 1 o'clock with you guys, and then I got to get up at 6:30, and it's not a fun time for me. But yeah, I mean, I'm stoked. I was already going through. I'm still gonna call them a fat pack because I bought a fat pack.
They're not fat packs. They're bundles.
They're fat packs. They will always be fat packs. I bought a fat pack, and Chris was very, very jealous of the first one I cracked. I'm like, hey, I just I went into TCG Player, and this is worth a lot of money. And he's like, yeah, I've been looking for it.
Yeah, they have a fake proxy variant of it.
Yeah.
Of Green Ward.
Yep. Yeah, I got a green water. Yep. So, and then I got Tough Cookie. I love that card.
Oh yeah, I'm obsessed with that one.
Yeah. So I'm gonna be brewing some decks pretty soon. Um, some pauper and some casual stuff. But,
Yeah, right now I am working on it's getting more. So I'm breaking down the battle box now. So I only need to keep. I'm gonna still keep 10, but I'm not keeping all 14.
right.
Um, and right now I'm working on a Rocks War Monk, the Bant Lifelink Elephant Dude, and finishing up Teshar
Yep.
because I want Teshar to be a thing. It is good. It's not like crazy, but I think I have high expectations for what Teshar can become
Right.
over the years.
And especially with some of the new variants coming out, we'll be good with it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what I love. I still have the original 60 Jurassic Park deck that you built me, and I cannot wait to revamp that thing with
the Mac.
with the new cards that come out for Exelon. I'm just stoked.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be crazy fun.
Right. I'm super stoked. But that I think that weekend, because it's what, a November release. So what's it, the second week of November, like the 10th and the 11th, that pre-release is gonna happen.
Yeah, I think it's like the 8th.
So I know that whole weekend is gonna be me going to pre-releases.
Yeah.
Because I tend to do very well at pre-releases with opening packs and getting cards that I like, but not winning. Chris is usually the one that wins a lot.
I usually go 2 and 2.
Yeah.
My usual when it comes to pre-releases.
I'm just not that guy with the new cards and knowing where to do them and how to pair them together. I'm like, man, this looks good. Nope, I won one and lost one. Okay. It is what it is. I still think the funniest one, I don't think there's been a pre-release where we haven't been to that we haven't gotten matched up together.
More often than not, yeah. Seldom do we have to worry about it as well because it just happens to be that way.
Right. It's how many wins do you have? How many wins do you have? Okay, we'll just split a pack.
I got people reaching out and I'm moderator of certain things. I'm like, oh, okay, give me a second.
Right? Give me a second. What was I going to say? Was Derek at Vegas?
No, he wasn't at Vegas. Who were at Vegas was Scarecrow, Brad, I think all the pals were there. Ruthigan, North Dakota, Brian and Clay. I don't know if I mentioned them already. Notable members.
Did you get to play with the pals?
No, I didn't play with the pals. I played with a couple other randos. I played with North Dakota a couple once. I'm looking at his Ernest deck because I want to do a red green Ernest deck.
Yep.
So I enjoyed playing that against all of that. I try to play basically people's decks against certain people. Like when I placed Brad, I used his Rilza deck against him. When I was playing against Ryan, I tried to use the one deck he hates. It was Alcatron's deck from the battle box. He's like, "Why is that in the box?" And I used that against him. And then when I faced Clay, I used Clay's deck against him and almost beat him. It was more fun that way because it beat people more unique. Like, oh snap, this is pretty cool.
Hey, I know that deck.
Yeah, like I'm gonna use your deck against you.
All right. That's awesome. Yeah, I like I said, I've been itching to play. That's why when you posted up that you needed somebody for Wednesday and it was an earlier time, I was like, I'm in.
Yeah. Get the job done.
Right. Right.
Let me reach out to Jay and see if he wants to play the second game as well.
He might.
Let's do this. Twitter.
But yeah, I was very, very excited to see what's coming, and especially, I don't know, I just think it's going to be a good next year is going to be awesome. Between cons and everything that we're going to be seeing and doing.
Oh yeah, we're just gonna keep going and going and going and going. That's what it is. Like,
Right.
just trying to build the momentum that we already got going on and whatnot.
Yeah. And the funniest thing I said to Jill was like, I was like, hey, listen, like we're pretty much going to be in the Philadelphia, New Jersey area next year for my daughter for paintball. I said, I'm hoping they line up with some of the pauper tournaments.
You know.
You're going to the field with her. I'm going to the card store. See ya.
Yeah, because they're gonna do the one Richest to Rags again. I know that's for a fact.
Yep. What's up, Vibe? How you doing?
Who's in this thing?
Vibe Proxy.
What up, Matt? That proxies.
Yes, sir.
Epic art.
That he is. All right, let's see what we got here. Let's see, uncommon. We're doing good. I'm doing good. I don't know about Chris.
I'm doing grand. I put a kitchen together. All right. I built a literal kitchen last night, and all I have left to do, I also figured out where the outlet's gonna be. I need to move one outlet over, and then move it up above the sink so they can have like a side outlet thing.
Yeah.
Had my cousin put that in because he's an electrician, and I trust an electrician way more than myself.
Why, you don't want to be a Sparky?
So I can do outlets. I know how to. I've done that before. I'm not too worried about that. Moving fuses again. He showed me how to do it. Like he's like super nice. He's like, hey, this is how you do it and everything like that. And I'm like, okay, it's super simple. I'm still not gonna do it. And I have to install a 220 volt outlet for the stove. That I am not doing.
No.
I'm 100% not touching that.
I wouldn't either. I've played with 220. It's not fun when it sends you across the room.
1 second. Don't, Marty.
So as Chris picks up some whatever the dog was chewing up. Yeah, right. What's up, Geek? How you doing, bud? You have too many PDH decks now because of Chris. Yeah. Um, if I could pan over to my shelf, I have way too many decks in general because of Chris. So for those of you that don't know, Chris and I have been friends since we were like, I want to say like 17, since we were like 17, 18. We met through one of our mutual friends, and I was playing Magic at the time, but it wasn't like how we play now. It was like when Commander first started, we were brewing decks and throwing jank stuff together. And then Chris and I, we've always played. There was a few years where we would always be playing at my house, at his house, and then when I stopped playing competitive paintball, Chris was like, "Come back to the Magic community," and then I went full blown back into the Magic community. And Chris is the one he's always taught me how to make decks. So
Yeah, Geek. Like I said, every deck you suggest, Geek. I said I got the list if you need them, and if you got anything else, Chris, I am ready to go. I'm literally, right before this stream, I was building 2 other decks for this week on my streams. I build too many damn decks. I'm helping Papa Pauper because he's going to do a deck this week, later this week as well. I'm already starting to try to brew that while I'm doing things to help with that later on. I just like doing the research, see what cards like people like to play. I also need to learn the names of the cards because there's so many. Like Ryan or Clay, whomever will say a card, and I'm like, yeah, that one. And
Yeah.
it's a common I've never heard of. So like,
It's a common from like
yeah,
1993, and you're like,
I know
oh,
I know the pictures generally, but
right.
if I see the name, I more often than not do not know it. So I gotta figure these things out.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I'm looking at the Wild of the Drains right now, and I'm like, who the hell do I want to make? Like, I want to make a deck,
Like an actual deck or pauper?
a pauper deck, and I'm like, like, there's really,
So overall, the set isn't the craziest.
yeah, like they didn't really give us anything. Here's the biggest thing is we need to set a petition and get some more uncommon planeswalkers so we can make some
So
more pauper decks, man.
this one was fun. I put together Frolicking Familiar.
Frolicking Familiar.
It's just a worse Kenra Spellspear. Uh, it it flies, so that's one option. But it only has prowess. Not as good prowess. It whenever it casts instant or sorcery, it gets. So the benefit of it itself is 1 red mana for the adventure side, where it's just 1 damage to any target. So on the first rotation, if no one does anything, you can still ping one little thing. So if they got a mana dork out there, so it has a little bit control itself.
Right.
That one's not too bad. What else did I put together? Because I put several. Greta, like I said, Greta's a very fun one. It's food synergies. Hearth Elemental, I started putting it together. It's pretty cool. It basically just makes a giant creature that can swing in, and it has all options of starting your hand and drawing 2 cards. So you can essentially dump your entire hand and then go from there. Neva, I didn't put Neva together, but Neva's pretty solid. I threw together Obira, Flicker. It's a Flicker deck.
Yeah.
My old Flitter Fang is pretty cool. I did not throw it together, but I've seen it work. Flitter Fang. It sounds fun. I've seen Picnic Ruiner. It's just Gruul Stomping, nothing crazy.
We got an ad break.
That's all good.
And my stream is frozen. Okay, we're back. I was just letting you know that we got an ad break, so.
Yeah, no worries. Charade is a very, very good one. It's a whole tap creatures, tap opponent creatures. I like Shrouded Shepherd. It's the same thing as my Orza Pontiff for the most part, but not as strong. Tough Cookie was fun to play with. There's other options that do the exact same thing, but it's not that bad. Tottenton's Swarm Piper. I liked that one a lot. I threw that together. That was a fun one.
Yeah, I was just looking at that. I was thinking about throwing that together or the Greta, the Sweet Tooth.
I would say you'd prefer Tottenton's. It's a Rakdos Aristocrat deck. You're guaranteed everything is a 2-for-1.
Right.
Non-token wise, that one was a lot of fun. So I have built 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I built 7 decks out of all the commanders.
That's not bad. Let me go yell at the kid real quick. Hold on.
Yep.
Best worst thing I ever did was put the stupid uh, Bluetooth speaker in the bathroom in the ceiling fan because that's all I could hear. I know the audio's not picking it up, but
But still.
all I could hear is. Um, yeah, yeah. I kind of want to make both.
They're both good decks.
Yeah.
Well, I have lists both of them, and the Greta one I've played a bunch on stream. I've had other people play my Greta deck as well. Like I had Amara was on my stream, and she played Greta, and it did very well. Um,
Right. Did you
it,
put
it, it,
so? So the biggest thing with the Greta is, let's see, let's search. Because you can put the Haunted Misery in it with a Blessed Right Spy, the rogue vampire. That's I know that's a that's a win on the spot combo. So so you play Belsert Spy. When he enters the battlefield, target player reveals the top card from their library until they reveal a land card, and then put those cards in your graveyard. So you mill, basically, and then use Haunted Misery, remove X creature cards in your graveyard from the game, and it deals X damage to player. So you have that infinite combo in there. And then you can also do what I did in the Rasheen deck. You can do all those green combos with Pilapaya and Careful Cultivation. Then you can do Pilapaya with the Presence of the Gods and Nashron Altar. And then you can do the Devoted Druid with...
Yeah, so you just want to do... All you care about is infinite combos. I don't care about any of that.
See, like, and I feel so bad because you know how that started. You were there for the night that started. That was with us playing freaking CEDH. Like
once you're there, like the way I see it is the only time you really want to play combo is when you're going
to the events.
Malcolm.
Yeah.
To the events and playing Malcolm and stuff like that.
Right. But now it's like it's to the point where we've gotten invited and we've gone to so many of these pauper tournaments. I'm like, now I just want to go off with an infinite combo and like call it a day. And like people look at because like everybody knows with the Gretchen sisters, like, okay, kill him first. You know what I mean? So I want to get to that point where it's that way in pauper. And it's cheaper than playing CDH.
Yeah, deck's like $60-$70 for a high-end deck, you know?
Right.
But if you wanted a win-win, just play Malcolm Dargo or Malcolm Breaches or play anything that isn't for the most part.
Right. And you know, the audience doesn't know.
Yeah.
Do I have a Greta deck? I don't. I'm in the process of making one vibe right now. So it will probably be up later tonight. I was making it before I had to make dinner, and then we came right here on the stream. As many of you don't know, I bought a guy's collection. Well, I didn't really buy his collection. He got his car broken into and got his whole collection stolen. So the local game store that we're friends with the owner gifted him a bunch. So my local game store doesn't sell. It's weird. He doesn't sell commons or uncommons. He only sells high-end cards. So if you were to go in with like your commons and uncommons, he just doesn't take them. But what he does is if he buys a big collection with them in him, he just leaves them all back, and then he basically donates them to people. And this kid got his car broken into and his whole collection stolen. So he bought like 3 big boxes of like commons, uncommons, couple of legendaries. Like there was a bunch of mixed bag, and he looked at me and he said, "Hey, I know you're a pauper player. Give me $20 and you can take as many commons and uncommons as you
There you
want."
go.
So I have plenty of commanders to make decks. I have
Plenty of stuff.
plenty of Malcolm's like the crazy stuff that we go looking for that we can never find, like the careful cultivations, the sticky fingers, the big scores, like just those 25-cent cards that you're like, really, I have to order them online now. So I got a bunch of those. Chris knows I'm the king of bulk over here. So
Yeah, nothing wrong with bulk.
that's why when Chris was like, "Hey, I want to make a bunch of battle decks," and I was like, "Oh yeah, come to the house and just go through all the boxes." And you know what Chris said? "No, I'm too lazy. I'm just gonna order them."
Well, it wasn't that much.
Yeah,
that
I know.
needed.
I know. I just think it's always funny. You're like, "Hey, do you have this?" I'm like, "I don't know. Go check. Come over and check my bulk." But yeah. Uh, so what are you going to be playing on Wednesday night stream for your pauper game?
I'll probably do the rock war monk. Just do a quick bit. I don't have all the cards for it. I'm just throwing a generic one together. But I'll do that probably tomorrow on the Tuesday one with some peoples, and then just play it again on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Just makes it easier.
Yeah, that Roshin deck, I pretty much got it to where it should be, and that's that. I think I'm done playing that. I'm gonna make something else. I'm gonna make something else and play that for a little bit, and then I'll probably make something else and play that. I know. I know the local game store wants to start a pauper night and wants me to go over there and help them. Because as you know, as Chris knows, me and him were talking about maybe doing a tournament over here in Mass. We the store owner's all for it, but Chris and I we don't know yet.
Yep.
We don't know. We don't know if we want that responsibility. I would love to do it, but it's also having a hand. I've thrown tournaments and stuff like that, and it's not a one person. It's
Well,
definitely.
even the thing is, like, when I talked to Dallas in Philly, he's like, "Yeah, after all this work, I'm making like $100, if that." And like the amount of work he had to do with everything, and
Right.
he's like, it's great, but it's like, I don't know if it's even worth it.
Right. Like thrown events. I don't know about Magic events, but I used to throw a paintball tournament every winter at an indoor field that we're friends with, and for me, it was worth the, how do I say it? It was worth the time to see the reaction on people's faces when they win. Not worth the time and effort that I put into it. You know what I mean? It was about it was about the how do you put it? It was about the camaraderie and doing it. You know what I mean? Because nobody else was doing it. Not worth your time of an aggravation of trying to get people to pay their entry fees and behave themselves at a tournament. as bad as it sounds.
Yeah, one would assume, at least, you know. That's people together. It's the risk you take
Correct.
with stuff like that, you know.
Yeah. But I know.
Really want to. Complete side note. I want to bling out a deck so badly.
Yeah.
Like, I want to get like all 100% foils and special promo versions and the whole 9 yards.
Do it.
I just don't know what deck to do it with. I have like 15 foils in my Garnet deck. if I do the Rocks War Monk, I'm gonna have like 10 foils. I eventually want to make my Guillaume deck, the food deck. I want that to be false to the wall.
Well, just let me
That one 100. Yeah.
just let me know what you need, and I'll go. You'll come over one weekend, and we'll go through my
See.
bulk. Dude, you know me. I have so much crap here.
Yeah. Shiitake mushroom.
Oh, so much. It's bad. It's bad. And it's funny because if I can't find it, I just go to my buddy at the flea market, and he usually has it.
Yeah.
Like I bought a. What did I buy this weekend? I bought something this weekend. What did I buy? I bought a Blood Artist for $0.25. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, hey, how much you want for this Blood Artist? He's like, $0.25. I'm like, okay, here you go, bud. Thanks. See you later.
Have a grand day. It's always fun stuff like that.
Oh yeah. Because he's a Pokemon guy. He's not he buys Magic, but he's not that. He's not that
Yeah.
like crazy about it. He's just like, yeah, it is what it is. He goes, commons, this, that, and just take it.
Yeah. I'd rather just buy all the stuff possible.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Just more value for us.
Yeah. Like, yeah. Like Commander Spheres that cost people. What's a Commander Sphere going for now? Like $3?
No, Commander Spheres like pennies.
Some of them are expensive now, man.
Yeah, like the fancy ones.
Yeah.
The basic ones.
Yeah, he's got fancy ones. Like the one that I just bought for $0.01 because it was a common is like. Hold on, let me look. I'll look up right now. I'm on TCG Player. Yeah, the one that I got is one of the Judge promos for $5.
That's not that bad, yeah.
I got it for $0.01. Like, he just doesn't care. I got a couple secret layers that he was like, man, give me $1 for him. I'm like, perfect, thank you. But yeah. Yeah, I'm just excited.
Yeah. Well, this also comes down to what would I pick?
Right.
You know, what am I gonna like Commander Spheres? Like, there's so freaking many of them. Like, which one would I want to be?
Right.
The specific ones, you know.
Right.
That's where it comes into play for that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Dude, I was at my dad's house the other day, and I walked into my brother's room, and I almost stole all of his Warhammer decks.
Oh gosh.
I was like, dude, he hasn't even opened them.
They're not really worth it at this point anymore. Like, they're still worth like $50, $60, depending on which one you get. But like, it's not like a bajillion dollars like they were when they first dropped.
Yeah, and I'm
The
like,
only one that's really worth, I think, is the mono black one. I have that one sealed. Still, it's $80.
yeah, he has all 4 of them still sealed.
Yeah.
But I'm like, dude, there's so many good cards in these.
I know, and that's the thing is like a part of me wants to like just literally buy a whole set of 4 again.
Right.
That's partially is the reason why I want to buy the Doctor Who ones. I'm not going to buy the Doctor Who because I don't really see a direct value for my personal self.
Right.
But Doctor Who stuff, but I feel that the Doctor Who ones are going to legit have some solid beaters, collectively, and that's the reason why it would be worth to get them, just because of what's what, you know.
Right.
Like I know they're gonna do it. They're gonna put these insane cool things in there and just make it be value.
Yeah, and then everybody's gonna be mad because they didn't get it.
Yeah, there's always like all the time. There's usually like 1 or 2 specific things that are of the value. So,
Right.
every single set has that, you know.
Yeah. Like, I'll probably go to the pre-release, and that will be the only thing I buy. I did.
Yeah.
I did the same thing with Lord of the Rings. I went to the pre-release and I bought two. I didn't even buy them. I won 2 extra packs and then I was done.
Yeah, I'm not done with the Lord of the Rings, and unfortunately, so right now, this is what I got here. Let me put this out of the way. Move this to this, pop that, do overhead view. So, like, I'm in the process of doing the full master. I don't have a lot, but say I'm trying to get it through. I want to get the entire thing in foil.
Yeah.
That's unlikely to happen anytime soon. But I got a reasonable amount, you know,
Yeah.
for what there is. And the special promos, and eventually I get these. A lot of the cards, like I said, they're getting cheaper by the day, you know?
Right.
And now that we have, what do you call it? Another one's coming in November, they're all going to have brand new printings.
Right.
Because they said they're all going to have the different frames.
Right.
So they're going to potentially get even cheaper overall. So I'm happy about that. Like, I more so just want to collect it to collect it, you know?
Right.
That's where the whole purpose of this thing is. Like, obviously, I play some of the cards in the decks, but it's more so I want to just collect as many as possible.
Right. Like I said, the one thing that I was happy about with Commander Legends that came out, Commander Master, sorry, that came out was that they reprinted Astronaut's Altar and Reliquary Towers, because they were starting to get up there, man.
That's the thing. Like, some things can get way up there, you know.
Like, and Chris and I have this conversation pretty much on a monthly basis. Bring back snow-covered lands.
Like, they're not like aggressively common, but the fact is, like, when I was putting together the battle box, like, a good third of the decks use snowlands for like 2 cards.
Right.
And it's aggravating that literally, like, you're collectively using so many things for just a couple of things. It's like,
right,
really?
And you're looking from 27 cents to about, I think the most expensive land is what the most expensive snow is I think it's a swamp, right? That's like, no, let's look.
Well, there's the older ones.
Yeah, and it's like, really, am I gonna really pay like almost $1 for a freaking land card?
Yeah, no, and that's the part that's so
Yeah,
cumbersome.
The one that's the most expensive is the snow-covered island, which is $1.20 a card. Like,
It should not be.
It shouldn't. It shouldn't. Like, the cheapest snow lane you can find is like 30 cents, but then you go to order them and they only have like 4, and you're like, what the hell am I gonna do with 4?
Yeah.
Like, it's just ridiculous.
So that's the joy of snow.
Right?
Just get a sticker that says snow on it and just have that be the card. Here's my snowland.
So Vibe, if you're still watching, man, get some nice snow covered lands, because this guy and that guy over there will buy them.
Well, I know I need more, so that's for sure.
Yeah, like the Godo deck, like, it needs all snow covered lands, and it's just like, what the hell?
I have snow covered mountains.
Do you? Oh, sweet. I know where I'm going this weekend.
That's the because I had someone send me a bunch, and that's ironically I used all the forests, I used some of the mountains, but I still have a few mountains left. Things going off galore. Cheapers, pro keepers, leaving me alone.
Yeah, I think the one deck that I really like and everybody seems to like to lose against is that Most Dangerous Gamer deck that I threw together before Minneapolis.
Yeah, it's a fun one.
It's
one of those decks that is just it's legit fun.
right. What are we looking at for next year? Next year, let's see. What are we getting? What are we getting for next year's sets? Ragavan
Not the real things.
Ragavan Remastered. Murders at Kowloon Manor.
That is vampires / monster Clue.
Yep. Then you got the Fallout. I'm kind of really excited for the Outlaws.
Yeah, I think that Cowboys and New England's gonna be pretty cool.
It's gonna. I have a feeling it's gonna be sick. And then Modern Horizon 3, the Assassin's Creed, which will be probably pretty cool. Bloomborough, which looks pretty good. Towards the end of the year, we're gonna get some Dusk Menar's House of Horror, so that's gonna bring back all the horror. And oddly enough, that was one of my first like big decks that I built that was winning a lot when we were younger. Was the horror decks. I still have most of them.
The horror one, the precon that I had, I gave away to somebody.
Oh no! Why would you go and do something like that?
So I looked into it. So it's one of the people that won something. Ironically, he's like, hey, I just want to let you know nothing showed up, and I'm like, it stinks to hear. I'll make it up to you. Don't worry. So I gave him the pre-con because it's worth about $50. So I was like, that's fine. I don't mind sending it out. And then like the day after I mailed him the stuff, the envelope showed up, and I'm like, that's too funny. It's like I didn't mean. I told you I wasn't lying. Like you're fine, my guy. Don't worry about it.
Right.
I've got plenty of other pre-cons I can use if things need to be. So
right.
Like I said, I have all 4 Warhammer and all 4 Lord of the Rings.
Right.
I'll probably buy all 4 Fallout decks. That's a big up in the air. Probably not, but I still might.
Right.
I know Fallout. I'm not huge into Fallout, but I know of it. So
yeah, I know of it too. I think I played like the first one when it first came out, and that was it.
Yeah, and that's basically where most of this is all going to lean into. Is like, oh, I did it, and that was it.
Right. Right. I can't wait to see the new Mana Crypts in person.
Yeah. I think they're going to look really, really awesome in person.
Right. I'm like so amped to see them.
Matter of time.
Oh, I know.
They'll be everywhere.
Oh, they're going to be everywhere. The only sad part is going to be retiring Alan's Mana Crypt that I got from Philly.
Well, if you like keep the thing.
I'm gonna keep it. Obviously, I'm gonna.
No, I'm saying I would keep that one in the deck.
Well, so with the game store, I want to show up and play on his Friday night showdowns for the title belt. For you guys listening, our local game store every Friday and Wednesday they do Magic Night, and you can win a title belt. And
yeah, I gotta still do that. I keep like meaning to go.
So Joba won.
Yeah, I know.
Like he's been killing it, but the only thing that sucks is you can only have, I think it's like 5 proxies in your deck.
Yeah, so Josh was telling me he's like you got a maximum of 5 proxies, and I'm like, I get it. Don't get me wrong. You don't like some people just don't want to promote proxies at all. Like that is a thing.
Which is funny because the store owner, half his decks are proxies before he actually makes them.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like it's one of those things. Like
yeah,
I had to throw something together. I'm gonna probably buy a bunch of cards on MakePlayingCards.com for my CDH deck because I'm gonna build Sit the Stacks and I'm gonna throw together Rowan.
Right.
Because I've been playing Rowan a bunch online and whatnot, so I feel like that's the deck I'm gonna go with.
Right.
Just to have like I said, my Sithis, I enjoy the Sithis deck the most, just because it's Enchantress, and I think that it has a pretty solid enough free path. My other high power would be Kaikar, which I don't think that's gonna be anytime new soon. That's gonna be whatchamacallit. Words I can't think of.
Right.
Wait, not so.
Right.
It's all a matter of time, and see what happens.
Right. Yeah,
Yeah.
like I said, I'm the Gobo deck. The Godo deck. I'm slowly piecing it together. Um, wicked slow. Because some of these cards are really expensive.
Well, yeah.
So, I was talking to Jill, and I said, I think I'm just gonna start trading in a bunch of my cards that I'm not gonna use, and just put that whole deck together.
Well, that's what Ryan was saying when he was in Vegas. He sold one of his modern decks for like $500, and then just bought a bunch of things to bling out his TPI.
Right.
Like I literally sold most of my cards that had any value to Card Kingdom for about $600, and that's how I was able to make the 14 decks.
Right.
So options are all there.
Yeah, like I said, I have the options of doing everything, but like I said, some of the cards that I have, they're not like in that Godo deck aren't really that expensive, but then some of them you're like, oh god, oh, okay,
Yeah.
because like I said, I copied Cody's, I copied some of Cody's, but put a lot of my twist on it, but it's still like you're still like, oh geez.
Yeah,
Like,
the stuff adds up aggressively quickly.
Yeah.
Because you'd assume it wouldn't, but oh, it does.
Oh, right. Like obviously I got a bunch of chrome mocks. I got a chrome mocks in there. I got the lotus petals have gone down, so I'm good with that.
Yeah, they reprinted the pedals, so now they have this version, which I'm stoked that I got 2 of them when I went to Vegas. Those ones.
Right.
The shine.
Yeah.
That's the F&M promos.
Yeah. And like
those are down like $18 now, I think they are.
Yeah.
For Lotus Pedal.
And then like a lion's eye diamond. Like just like a bunch of
things.
Yeah, it's like it's just the little things that you're like, wow, like a crystal vein, like it's like the big money cards that everybody proxies.
And that's what it is. It's like, just let people proxy. Like, who cares? You know? That's what it comes down to. It's like, I honestly think it's just silly to, like, really fight people on proxying. Like, what do we call it? My Icky Tiki Taco deck. Like, okay, those cards are completely different. Like, that's fine. But, like, the decks that are, like, you're like, okay, I know what this is. Like, I'm not worried about it. I know what kind of card this is being played as. I see nothing wrong with that at all.
Right.
Like, let the people play the cards. Some people just can't afford these cards, so don't stop them from playing. Like, even like sanctioned CEDH events, they're like, yeah, you do whatever you want to do.
Right.
You know? But some people just don't. That's just how it is.
Right.
You know? Oh, well.
Right.
Plus, he just loves money, that guy, so.
That he does. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. We doing a giveaway anytime soon?
I gotta do one. I'm gonna start one. Do a spooky Halloween one.
Yeah. Because
I might throw together just a generic scarecrow deck and give that away.
Right. Yeah, because I got that. I sent you the picture of the all those pauper, all the like the triples I had of pauper bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, just give them away, and it'll be fine. And give away. I have like I got the Shire and the extended art of Nasty End. So
yeah, so we got plenty of options. We can.
Yeah, I got a good grip of cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 14, and 12 of them are pauper commanders, like Zahada the Horde Grinder, Billy Fern, the Swindler, Marcia, Daxus, Iga Ruinide, Rohada, Rona, Diana the Soul Seeper, Wrath, and then the Master Smith. So, and then you would also get the Nasty End with the extended art. That looks like that. And then the Shire, because I got like fucking 5 of these.
Yeah, I got the one I got a lot of it was the Minister.
Mm-hmm.
The one that I personally got, I got a bajillion of them.
I was just happy that I got Gandalf. Like that was my.
Which Gandalf is like 9?
Oh, sorry, the Friend of the Shire.
Okay.
But I got the extended art, the nice extended art one, for the pre-release. But yeah, stoked! Can't wait to see what happens. I have to make that Schubert the friggin' spider deck that you said. Why are you making Shalab? I gotta make her. I have her sitting right here. Like I said, my desk is a mess. I have mostly all the spiders for green.
I've seen some people play it on my stream, and Shalab is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie about that.
Yeah. The black green one though.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Not the mono black one.
Not the mono black.
That one doesn't really do much.
Yeah. So and it was funny because it was what like a month before the set came out, and I was like, I really want to make a spider deck, and you're like, who the hell are you gonna use for a commander for the spider deck?
Yeah.
And I was like, ooh, I found one.
And it's not a bad one too.
Nah, not at all.
All right, I can make a $25 scarecrow deck. Oh, the Reaper King's only $3 now. Done.
I might have one here.
Duplicates. Reaper.
I might make one here.
I will reach out to JM. I'm gonna throw together a list for that's like $50.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll talk to JM for the 3 of us to basically go in with cards / money for the giveaway to buy the deck.
Yeah, figure it out.
Yeah, I'll figure something out. So I'll throw that together tonight.
Yeah, just let me know. I'll look through the bulk here and figure it out.
I'm sure we have something somewhere among a lot of us,
Oh, yeah.
It's mainly just going to be jank scarecrows, so.
Yeah, I have plenty.
I think we have one of us has everything, so.
Yeah, I have plenty of scarecrow stuff here. Plenty of scarecrow stuff. Because I had that scarecrow deck a couple years ago.
Back, yeah, correct.
So I got plenty of them. Actually, I think there's one on my desk right now. I have like half of them on my desk. To be totally honest with you, because I was breaking apart decks the other day.
I love look at people's deck lists. Like this one's $5,000. Why?
Right.
Why is that a thing? Like this person, like their deck, which is pretty cool. They put a bunch of different arts they chose to do for. Like, okay, cool. But by default, you don't need to make your deck like $4,000.
Yeah, you don't need to bling it out. Like, there's no need to
not
bling
required.
It out.
Well, even just making it competitive.
Right.
Like it's crazy to see the cost of competitive decks. That stuff just amazes me.
Right.
And then the last one, export.
That's why I really started to like making the pauper decks, because you're like, okay. Like, it's a $20 deck. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it was only $20.
And that's what I like explaining to everyone. Like, when I was at the creator booth on the panel with Ryan and Clay, and I'm basically telling people like, yeah, if you don't do well, like there's no real true feel bads because you didn't pay for anything. You barely paid for a deck.
Right.
Like a whole deck can be the equivalency of one card within an EDH thing. So like that you don't feel bad for what you're doing.
No.
So it's way more enjoyable in that sense, in my opinion anyway.
Oh, same. Like I said, I think my two most favorite decks, obviously top one is my Finn deck, and my Finn deck I've played so many games
Oh,
with.
did you see the new art for the Finn
Yes, I know.
for Princess Bride?
Yeah. I'm definitely gonna get
It's
that.
so pretty.
Yeah, you already know. I already got that. I'm gonna be pre-ordering that. Yeah, like my Finn deck uh, is $6. Like,
Yeah.
like it's crazy. Like, and I've had so much fun with it.
That's what it is. Like you can play cheap, quote unquote, and you're still having a lot of fun.
Right.
You're not like giving up on anything.
The one thing we do need to do is do an Icky Tago pod soon with my Tago and see whose Tago comes out on top.
It's gonna be my tackle. Let's be real.
Yeah, listen, I know.
Just accept defeat already.
You all don't realize how many times I've played that freaking deck.
Yep. I'm in the process right now of building a battle box of Tago / to kick decks
Nice.
where I want to have a combo pairing, which will probably end up being I don't know if I'm gonna do which one because I have one will be the girl obviously, but I'm gonna have one for every combination. So the Tago will have red, green, blue, white, and black, and then the to kick will have the exact same thing. So 5 commanders for that one as well. So the red green one will be, or the green red, whichever one way you want to look at it. I'll have that. So
Right.
I'm excited for that one. Just to throw that 2 cents in there, I'm gonna work on that eventually. That is a goal of mine to have just straight Tago and to kick decks because it'd just be stupid.
Right. Right. The one thing I really need to do is that most dangerous gamer deck. I actually need to get the freaking lifetime pass holder for it, and I need to go through it and take out.
How have you still not gotten that card?
I haven't ordered cards, and it's just there. But I need to go. I want to go through it. I'll probably go through it this week, and I'm gonna take out all the alts I have for it.
Yeah.
Because people are having a hard time reading some of the alts that I have in it for it. So,
Yeah.
and it's not they're not really that crazy alts, but like my plague nurse is poison ivy, and people are like, "What is poison ivy? Like, what is this? What is that?" And I'm like, "Okay, well,
Yeah.
let me change some stuff out and put actual cards in." But I'm never gonna change the lands. That's
Well, absolutely. Yeah.
that's absolutely not. Aaron Miller's lands are staying in my deck. That's for sure. For those of you that are watching, these are the Aaron Miller decks lands that I have in the deck that I spent a pretty penny for. But I absolutely love them.
I gotta. Listen, I'm the. I gotta figure out what decks I'm gonna do that for because I want to do the same thing. Where was I was looking at one of the art cards from El Brain, for example. Yeah, this is the El Brain one, right? Yeah, like stuff like this. Like, I want to use this as a forest.
Right.
You know, like it's just an art card.
Yeah.
So, I eventually want to start transitioning all of the stuff to stuff like that because it just looks really cool.
Right, and that's why I did it with this most dangerous gamer deck. I legitimately threw it together right before we got on the plane. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, we'll see how it works. And you're like, it probably should work pretty good. And I'm like, well, we'll see. And then it ended up being everybody loved it.
It's a fun deck. That's what it is, you know.
I'm like, yeah, I just opened like 13 attractions and you're all dead.
Yeah, that's literally all it comes down to.
But yeah, I just can't wait. Like I said, I actually need to hit up Foxy's proxy to get a couple more Jeweled Lotuses.
It will print if you need it, so.
Yeah. Yep. But
I got to see his backpack in person, the one he made.
JM had it, right?
No, not Lion. Sean from Woodland Deckhouse.
Oh, really?
He had it there. It was really awesome.
Was it?
It looks like a really solid material that he picked.
Right. Yeah,
So it's pretty solid.
I've been going back and forth with a distributor to get backpacks done. So similar to what we have that I already did the prototypes of, but a little bit bigger. So we'll see what happens. I got a lot of shit going on with the businesses, so figure out what happens.
That's how it usually goes.
Yeah.
That way, when things are in the right direction, they're not going well.
Right. Right. So we'll see what happens. So, all right. I'm good with the episode tonight. How about you?
I'm good.
All righty. I will catch you all next Monday for some Pauper talk, and hopefully we will have a Pauper game going on. I got to reach out
We'll
and
shoot for it.
we're gonna shoot for a game. A game for next week. We'll do Pauper talk for like couple minutes, and then actually play some Pauper instead of talking about Pauper. So,
Yeah.
yeah, works for me. But I'm ebshinee. You can find me on all social media platforms. Also, use magicjank.com if you guys are trying to buy some cards. They do auctions every day, every week with random cards. Let's see what the big moneymaker is right now. Let's see what he's got going on. I know the guys were in full force at Vegas. Magic Jank. Let's see what we got. MJ will help you. MJ will actually coach you too and help you build your deck. If you guys want to do that, that's on their main page. Let's see what they got on auction right now. They have a Mox Opal for $80. That's on auction right now. It's actually not a bad price. They got a Force of Will for $49.50. So if you guys want to get in there, place some bets, and you guys will get some stuff. They also sell quiver cases, the card cases, their playmat holders, and all that good stuff. So if you want to get over there, I'm going to put my link tree in the bio. Click over there, click my link, help me out, help them out. They're good people. We love them over there. Other than that, Chris, why don't you do your sign off that I can do in my sleep?
What up, everyone? My name is Chris. One More Game MTG. All the links are found at OMG MTG. Generally, I will stream on Tuesdays and Wednesdays doing Pauper Commander and Casual Commander through the series of From Pennies to Power. Also, you can catch all the deck lists and then some through my YouTube, Twitter, and the Moxfield links at the website itself.
Hell yeah. Can you tell we're best friends and I can do his outro to the T? Because we've been doing this for so long together. Other than that, did you give away any battle tags? I forgot to ask that.
A few of them. Yeah.
Hell
I didn't give any games in, that's the thing. But I gave away a few of them.
That's awesome. Yeah, so next event, if you see me and Chris, ask for a battle tag. Maybe if you're lucky, we might be able to sit down and play a game. If not, I will gladly give you a battle tag if you see me in person. But other than that, we're out of here. See you next Monday. Have a good night, y'all.